Hi, I'm Maddie. Sodas, juices, ice cream, candy, cookies, they all seem good at the time, but do you really know what you're putting into your body and the lifelong effects that it can have? Robert Creighton says, as the obesity epidemic has come to the forefront of public debate, so too have the underlying effects. I believe that if we can put a tax on the fatty foods and the unhealthy foods that we are eating, that it could lower the obesity rate by a lot. Although a sin tax on food, on fat and advertising restrictions at this stage are only policy recommendations, a wide range of special interests would also be glad to support these and other nannying state regulations. And that comes from Francis Smith. So he's saying that right now it is very small and people are just talking about it, thinking about it, seeing if it would really help. Like, what is the real reason of this increasingly rate of obesity? Is it the foods we are putting into our body? Is it genetic? Is it something that we're drinking? Like, what is it? What is the real answer? What most people don't know is that being overweight is associated with 400,000 deaths a year and an increase of heart disease, colon cancer, breast cancer, cancers that could be prevented if we didn't eat like we did, or the fatty foods and the soft drinks that we consume. And that comes from Newman. Newman also says that by consuming all of these sugary drinks and not knowing the amount that we are putting into our bodies takes a toll on us. Gary Tabbs wrote an article in Newsweek, and he said, left unsaid is the fact that fructose and high fructose corn syrup have a unique chemical compost, a near 50-50 combination of two different carbohydrates, glucose and fructose. And some of the fructose is converted into fat, and the fat accumulates in the liver cells, which become resistant to the active insulin. This causing type 2 diabetes or other heart diseases or things like that. So I think that by putting a small government tax on the fatty foods, the unhealthy foods that we eat, could help this obesity rate, not cure it or end it, but it could definitely help. Brownell suggested that advertising must be controlled to limit or eliminate the ads aimed for children for sodas, fast food, and sugary cereals and candy. That comes from Francis Smith. Francis Smith thinks that the more TV that a child watches, the more ads that the children see. They are very good at using cartoon characters that the kids like, or childhood celebrities like Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, and using them as advertising the food, endorsing the food, making the children want to go to McDonald's after they see this, or eat a sugary cereal, which is not good. These fat taxes are only the newest manifestation of the government's overly paternalistic attempts to condemn the behavior and rejuvenate the revenue. And that comes from Robert Creighton. And so he's saying that the government is just trying to help. And if we could do just a small thing by increasing the tax rate on fatty foods, maybe we could lower the death toll, the heart disease, cancers, things like that. And it would help America and American citizens. Most early forms of fat taxes focus on what would be considered junk food, as most people know it, singling out items such as soft drinks, candy, chips, and ice cream. Robert Creighton thinks that the first items to go would be those that I just listed, especially because soft drinks, I think most people know are bad for you, but they don't really know what they're putting into their body, like the high fructose corn syrup, which is just absolutely awful for your body. By abiding by these fat taxes, the public can decrease the obesity rate and live a happier life. So by decreasing the obesity rate, you're also decreasing heart disease, cancers, type 2 diabetes, things like that that can really take a toll on someone's life. If our society continues to consume fatty foods, the obesity epidemic will not go away and will only increase. Abraham Maslow created a hierarchy of needs pyramid, and I just wanted to read a few things off of that. The first one is the physiological needs. So this is like food, water, sleep. So if a tax was put on the foods, the fatty foods, our bodies would be getting more nutrients because we would be consuming the healthier foods. The next one is safety. So this is like family and health. So by encouraging the families to eat healthier, and their bodies will feel better and they will be with their family, their health would be better. It would just all be a great turnout. The next one is belong. So this is like friendships. So, you could have your friends all go to the gym together. You guys can work out. You guys can go grocery shopping and buy the healthy foods, because the fatty foods would be all have higher taxes on them, and you would want to make a difference and not be a part of that obesity rate. The next one is self-esteem, and this is like your confidence and your achievements. So by achieving this tax rate, it would also help your achievements in weight loss and healthy living. And the last one is self-actualization, and this is like accepting the facts. So accepting the facts that these fatty foods are not good for you can also help live a happier life. So I think it is time for the government to impose a small tax on fatty foods in order to help decrease the obesity rate in America. And I think by doing this, we can have a lower obesity rate in children. We can have happier and long-living people. And I really think that is a good idea. Thank you.